Let's get it, John the Don here at the trap. Appreciate you being here, man.
That's a fact, man. It's always love, man. Y'all know no Russian family to me, man. Y'all know that. Day one shit. So, we here. It was nothing.
Alright, yo. First and foremost, man, appreciate you being here with us tonight, man. Thanks for all the hospitality, man. We see what you're doing with Bullpen, man. How's that journey been so far, starting your own league?
Shit, it's been crazy. You know what I mean? It's been rough, but it's been fun. It's been worth every, you know what I mean? Every bump in the road, it's been worth every single one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like to see the hunger coming up. Everybody want to get somewhere. So it's a blessing, man. It's definitely a blessing.
There's a lot of shit going on with you and Hollow right now with that battle. You know what I mean? You know, it's you making accusations, he making accusations. Like, number one, is the battle going to happen? And if not, why isn't it going to happen?
Man, he's scared, man. I see a lot of people. When I sit there and say he's scared, niggas be looking at like, Johnson, you just talking shit. But
right.
Like, at this point, he's really scared.
Well, he said he just need more time. You think that's valid?
Bro, we professionals, man. You talk about 2 months.
Right.
You consider the freestyler. Right. You consider the nigga that could come on the spot.
Right.
And 2 months is not enough time. Like I don't know what else to say about that. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. The ball's in his court. Like I said, the offer's on the table. It's still there. That's what everybody needs to know.
So you're 100% up for the battle.
Huh?
You're 100% up for the battle.
Yeah, me, of course. Especially when the situation is there, not the bullshit he was throwing out in the interview. It's a situation there for us.
Right.
At the spot where the battle shit happened, where you asked for me to come to battle you at. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like if he ain't taking this, he's scared, man. It's right there.
Another question I had, man. Little bit of old news, but we ain't seen you since then. You know, we did the quantum physics, the QP interview. We explained the situation with him no showing that bullpen. Did you see that?
Nah.
We did the interview, and he basically said it was an issue with somebody in his team telling him not to come. Were y'all ever able to situate that with the QPs not coming to bullpen?
I never spoke to him.
So there was no conversation since then?
Nah, there ain't been no conversation since then. He said some wild shit, so I'm going to see him and we'll probably talk to him.
I got you. Well, check it out. It's on the Trap Media channel, the interview he did there. You know what I mean? Check it out, man. You know, another thing, too, that's kind of interesting, man. I see what you're doing with Bullpen. You got a lot of great talent, man. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes that's hungry. Loso aside, why aren't we seeing more Bullpen dudes doing PG battles?
Because my whole thing is, I wanted to get to a point where somebody from Bullpen ain't have to do a PG. If you feel like it's worth it to get them to URL, just book them like you would book anybody else.
Right.
You booked Disaster at the time. You booked Daylight at the time.
Right.
You even booked Moneybags. Moneybags never did a PG. You booked Sharon at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? These dudes never did a PG. So I feel like if we get to a certain point where somebody from the pen is really making noise, they shouldn't have to do a PG.
Well, I mean, we could go down the list. You know, Bad News, Riggs, PC. A lot of these guys, Clone. A lot of these guys are working. Right. And a lot of people are asking, you know, we seeing these PG cards come out, and we're just not seeing no Bullpen guys.
See, one thing I want to make clear, too, it's not the actual PG that's the issue with us. You know what I mean? We understand if that's the process to be on URL, because what they want to do is when you come through the PGs, they want to push you. They want to start you from, and they want to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which we don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with, but my whole thing is putting these dudes in the same conversation as niggas that shouldn't be in a conversation with me.
Right.
I'm just being real. Like a lot of these dudes coming into the PGs, y'all really coming from nothing. 2,000 view battles. Like I'm watching it. You know what I mean? It's like once you get to the PGs, then you finally doing 50, 70, 80. You talk about Losa who's averaging over 100.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without even touching the URL. And y'all, and the thing is, that's being brought up to y'all. People come in the URL like we want to see Loso. So I think that's the difference versus Loso between anybody else, because everybody else is just, yo, what do I got to do?
No, you know what it is? I just, you know, I don't want you to have the same Loso debate again. Like, we done seen all of the talks and all the interviews you did with that. But it's just more so about the rest of the other guys you got working that's like putting in work and doing extremely well.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's like the elephant in the room. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
it'll be the same argument. Like, same thing with Loso. Like, to be honest with you, I wouldn't try to recommend nobody to go to the URL if I feel like they're not ready, because they represent Bullpen. So as soon as somebody go over there from Bullpen and they get cooked representing Bullpen, it's going to be like, look, y'all being gassed out there. Y'all not really ready. Right. So it's like, first of all, let's establish that. And then once we do the PG, just make it a nice situation. These dudes is packing buildings on their own. I'm watching it. You know what I mean? We packing buildings in Bullpen with Loso and Bad News was the main event.
So is like one of the goals with Bullpen is to stamp your name there to where you don't necessarily need to prove yourself somewhere else. You're already proven.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly. Why not? We put it from the same amount of crowds, 200-300 people, with celebrities in the building. Celebrities leaving, they know who these people are. You know what I mean? These dudes been on TV several times. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you gotta respect the PG process. So
no, definitely, and we know it's not a URL issue with you because we just seen you on the URL card.
Yeah, exactly.
So we definitely know it's not a John and URL
That's
issue.
how people try to make it, because it's niggas that's fucking with URL that's in competition with Bullpen. So that's the only argument. It's like Bullpen don't fuck with URL, but we do. So you want to get the URL, fuck with us. Versus Bullpen, it's like, look, if you want to be here, we gonna fuck with you.
Right.
The aim is not to get through here to go to URL, but if you want to go to URL, we could, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Let's make that happen. I would want anybody from Bullpen to be on URL.
Absolutely.
I'm URL at the end of the day.
Right.
I am. Like, I'm a representation of URL. When I go places, I'm a representation of Proving Grounds. I understand that part.
Right.
I'm also a representation of Bullpen.
Hitman Holla recently tweeted he got the best John the Don ever. You agree with that? He said he battled the best John ever.
Nah, I mean, it's up there. It's one of the. It's up there. I think Mr. Wavy, man. I think what I did with Wavy, everything executed. You know what I mean? I think it's being overlooked because it was Wavy and it wasn't somebody else. But everything that I actually did in that battle, I even watched that like, yo, I was wilding in that. Like,
okay.
I was wilding in that. But,
I got you.
But
and just
it's up there though. It's one of the best ones for
top 5?
For sure. I'd say top 2.
Top 2?
Yeah, top 2. I'd say
Wavy being number 1?
Yeah, Wavy.
So Hitman Holla lying us.
He probably feel like that. He probably feel like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hitman, but he probably feel like that was the best John. A lot of people probably feel like that.
Right, I got you. And just the ultimate goal with Bullpen, man. A lot of people are just intrigued about the future for Bullpen. Y'all have been putting in, like I was just telling you, your partner, y'all been putting in incredible work for the past year and some change, man. Right. So what's next for the pen?
Like I said, I told my partner at the beginning, man, Slick Will. Like, yo, it might take us about 3 years to really establish ourselves. You know what I mean? And he was down for the ride. He like, all right, well, that's what it's gonna take.
Right.
The shit kind of took off in months.
Yeah, it's been what? It's been what? 2 years? A year and a half?
It's going on 3 years.
Going on 3 years?
On 3 years.
Okay.
But it took off in months, and it was too much for us at one time. You know what I mean? So we trying to figure it out. But it's like, yo, we really. So now it's a certain type of standard we got to live up to so quick.
Right.
But now we approaching 3 years. I feel like now at this point we got it figured out now. So now it's time to really execute. So right now it's just really just tightening up everything else. You know what I mean? And really coming up with real game plans. A lot of shit was on the fly. Like, we knew what we wanted to do, but we was going along as we was doing it instead of planning ahead. You know what I mean? So now that's what we doing. We got a lot of, I think the whole roster is really ready. See, our roster is full of people that's been around since the beginning.
Right.
But my whole thing is, just because somebody come in and they have their first appearance and it's a bad battle, that don't mean you just say, all right, fuck them. You're still learning. You know what I mean? That could be a diamond in the rough. Let's keep them along. Let's keep booking them, get battles till we figure it out. And now we got a roster full of people that I feel like will fuck a lot of niggas up. So now the whole thing is, let's push them to the front. Like, okay, I see what's going on with Loso. Yeah. Now once y'all tune into the whole pen and see everybody, like it's more than just bad news. It's more than just rigs. It's just more than PC. Once you tune in, you come across the clone, you come across the C Money, you come across the bonus, G-Lo cooking out, PG Skillet, he going crazy, Deuce. It's so many niggas that's crazy right now. So now we're just pushing that to the forefront so we can start doing big events with just us. We don't need to reach out to everybody else. We're going to do crazy battles with just what we got. So
I can definitely respect that, man. Definitely, man. And last thing, man, everybody, you've been spearheading this argument. Loso, will Loso ever touch the URL stage?
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen for sure. I mean, it has to happen. Loso's for the people, for the fans. I'm still URL at the end of the day. So it ain't like I'm against this whole situation. I'm in the trenches making this shit happen as well. You know what I mean? So it's a real good understanding with Bullpen and URL right now. So it's a real clear-cut understanding. And, that's family. You know what I mean? Beasley, big bro. Beasley, he show a lot of love to Bullpen, man. He reach out, salutes the Bullpen all the time. So that whole URL and John or URL and Bullpen shit, that shit been dead. It was never anything. Right. Just a couple individuals that feel some type of way with what's going on. But that ain't about nothing. Other than that, nah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That just gonna open some doors. But between Loso and URL, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen.
I got you, man. before we get about it, I want to say XL smoke low, so for the record, you know what I mean? Trap shit. Trap shit. I gotta get that in there. But I appreciate you, John, for rocking with us, man. Thanks for coming to the trap, man.
For sure, man. Trap NY, man. John the Don rocking right out here, man. Trap NY, ATL edition. Death is in the air. John the Don, no mercy, pay songs. What it is.
All right.
Bitches madness in my now strapped in, like using your rear views. I got them backed in. Your goal was to make it out of this league. Now you trapped in. I'm gangster, but not invincible. Shit can happen, so keep it rapping. A round of applause while people clapping. My squad deep, you ain't one of them. I got madmen, ox out, stab him in his back. I'm a back friend. Bulldog. I said bulldog. KO9. I'm a different breed, off the leash, but dog gon' find out when I'm picking knees. Fuck out of here. You can say what the fuck you want about Merc, but you got to feel me this AR. You can say what the fuck you want about me, but you got to feel me this AR bar off your ass. And it's not from Philly, nigga. Stop playing. You think you're killing me with that weak shit? Picture that. The 40 leaves your head top hanging off like a half open swisher pack. You can have it through the week, but I got it every weekend like I was fucking a sister track. Yeah, I keep a gang of hoes with 2 gets none like Sister Act. Come through spraying a can at us with. He think